Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. And of course, today we are back with modded Stardew Valley Let's Play Episode 2. As you can see my other characters in the actual loading screen. Shion is, of course, the one that I'm doing as just, I want to play around with the mods, and then Raven is my just normal playthrough without mods, at least on the PC. So yeah, so we woke up, no big deal. Checked out the fortune teller, which that was sucky, and living off the land. Always check your TV. That's something that I regret not doing before, but yeah. Obviously water the crops. Hoped that, of course, that I'm planning to completely get rid of from ever using this area again for crops. And I actually decided that while I was playing that I wanted to make sure that this would become where I would put all of my animals, because it's a well-suited area for the animals, and you could just put like 2 gates there and that would be good. Of course, we got a new mod, which is the Ridgeside Village mod, which I don't think I did too much. I just went to the village, I think, maybe once. But I did get to see a lot of the different characters, which was kind of fun just to see how they all interact and stuff. And that was basically what I did for the first day of this video. Obviously, cutscenes there were a lot of cutscenes in this video, but it also makes sense considering the fact that it is the first time that I've ever seen this, so I want to read through every single thing. But yeah, obviously I decided to take a look, and I honestly really like how they added this, because it looks like it would make sense. Obviously, in some parts of it, it's like, wait a minute, isn't there supposed to be like a connecting pathway here? But I'm willing to overlook that. Obviously, took the trolley, got to meet a few different people, made sure to talk to everyone that I saw as I went through this. I also added another mod, which is the friendship mod or something like that. I'm forgetting the name exactly, but basically, as you talk to people, you develop friendship faster if other people notice that. Also, if you give gifts to people, then they notice that as well. Took a look at the map, saw where everyone was, which I kind of regret not doing in the previous video, because like finding all of the different characters would have been so much easier. Also looked around at a few different things as well, but that was it. Obviously got the tour, which was honestly a lot of fun. Just seeing what I did see. I didn't stick around too much around here. I mostly wanted to, like I said, to talk to people and figure out what this place was. I'm planning to do a lot more looking around in my other playthrough, which is just gonna have a lot of fun and stuff. But I did go to see everything, learned about the different places. Honestly, I do suggest that you guys check out if you are playing Stardew Valley, Expanded as well as Ridgeside, I think are great mods, especially for if you've played the game in the past, like just gone through a standard playthrough and created in just normal mode. Even if you haven't completed it, it's really a good idea to try the Expanded and the Ridgeside, because it adds so much more story to the world, and it'll give you a chance to meet new people that you didn't really get to meet before. Obviously, you can meet the other people normally, but yeah. Also, there's so many more characters here that I honestly think I'm gonna try and get everyone up to all of the romanceable ones up to 8 hearts before I actually propose or start dating any of them, just so I at least have everyone to 8 hearts, and all of the those that can only go up to 10, obviously to 10. I'm not going to do the crazy stupid thing where you romance every single character that is romanceable. that sounds way too hard to do, especially with what this mod is. Obviously looked around a bit, and I'm going to, I don't think I saved any of the wilds or any of the mixed seeds, but I'm actually really glad that I know what all of these different items do now, especially, well, not every item obviously, but a lot of the items do. I'm probably going to do some more exploring because obviously there's so much stuff in this new area. I probably should have actually looked into things before I started playing it, but whatever. At this point I realized I need to talk to people that I haven't talked to yet, so I made sure to find everyone that I could. Because I also realized, I think a little bit earlier, that the other characters don't, the Ridgeside characters do not count for the quest, while the expanded characters do count for the introduction stuff. So that was interesting. Pierre was one of the last people that I met in my original playthrough, so I think that's one of the reasons why I am constantly going behind there, because I don't want to forget about where he is. Also, I'm just checking where everyone is because I don't know where everyone is, obviously. Obviously met Elliot. Cool, found Penny, which I also think is interesting, just the fact that Penny has her original outfit also for summer, or for spring. I don't know. Just thought that was funny. Then I eventually found out where Haley was, which I think Haley was the last person I had to meet, and I also found out about the gnome. I think I actually heard about the gnome before, but yeah, obviously this was my first time actually interacting with it. And then I had to give someone a gift, so I was just like, I have no idea what's a good gift. I think I did decide to just give her Haley the dandelion. Or no, Caroline the dandelion, I think. Yeah, there we go. Obviously got the quest done, so yeah. Yeah. I am going to try, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I am going to try and befriend everyone that is in Joja before I actually complete the Joja Mart, or before I complete the community center, because I want to make sure that anyone who is actually a Joja Mart employee gets to stick around. Like, I'm fine with Morris moving, because obviously he's gonna be doing that, but I do want to make sure that the other two characters, which apparently they stay from what I've heard, if you complete the actual expansion, if you befriend them close enough, then you'll introduce them to some of your friends, and then you don't have to worry about them leaving or something like that. I don't remember exact details from why, but I looked up some information a while back. Obviously did some fishing here. I think at this point I realized, oh wait, I have too much stuff in my bags. And decided to go back to my farm. I think at this point I also planted some of the crops. Also, I noticed the kid, which I'm just like, oh yeah, I should talk to you because you're new here and I don't want to forget people. And I want to make sure that I introduce myself to every single Ridgeside character before it's too late. Or I guess it would never be too late, but whatever. As you can see, I'm finally setting up my first area that I'm going to be farming on. I'm going to use all 4 areas that you can farm in, or all 4 grassy areas, which are, I decided that those are going to be my farm areas because it just makes sense to me. And yeah, that's going to be fun. Obviously, I chopped down trees and destroyed boulders and all that stuff. But I think one thing that I really want to do as we continue this playthrough is making sure that I complete all of the, basically make this place look as nice as it possibly can. Because I want to make sure that it, well, is well suitable for my needs. And I do want to make sure that it has, like, that I basically developed this town, this entire area as best as I possibly can. I also want to make sure that I get every single supply that I'm gonna need, which is gonna be fun to say the least to deal with all of that. But yeah. And I believe soon I'm gonna go to bed. I don't know how much I do. I do also have the tractor mod, which I know, I think I showed that I had it back in the previous video. But I do have it, which is nice. I did not turn on the ability to use the tractor without the actual building, because I want to make sure that I actually build the building before I do that. But I think that for other modes, I'm probably going to be actually using it because it makes sense to me. Obviously, I forgot to check the actual TV. I don't know why I got so many bad luck days in a row, but it's fine. Apparently, there is a new character that I will eventually meet. I have no idea who they are, but yeah, gonna look into that later. Stuff about the rock slide and stuff like that. I think I did actually check the landslide area at this point, but I'm not sure when I did that. Oh, well, actually, I realized I need to fill up my watering can, which I have to say, it's a bit annoying on this map. Just the locations of where the water is, which I think this might be the one that I'm going to actually build myself a well at some point somewhere in this map. I'm not certain where exactly I'm going to do that, but yeah. So, I don't know. Also decided to sell most of my parsnips. The main reason that I kept a few was so that I could make sure that I would be able to replant them once I get the seed maker, which I'm going to try and get that as quickly as I possibly can. I don't remember exactly what I needed to do for that, but yeah. What am I doing? I don't even remember what I did. Truthfully, I recorded this a few days before I actually recorded the audio, which I think is actually going to be the case for a lot of these videos, because sometimes I'm just going to feel like I need to take some time to actually record some stuff. And I think I'm also going to cut out a bit more content in the future episodes. I honestly just want to know what you guys think of these videos before I actually decide how much more content I'm going to make for it. Obviously, I got the community center unlocked, which I am going to be taking care of soon. I think I do go talk to the wizard at the end of sometime during this episode, but I don't know. I also obviously skipped it because of the fact that the community center is basically just, honestly, it's boring. Just the whole original cutscene, it's there, it's fine. I'm sure that there's some more stuff when you actually get through it, but I don't know. Made sure that I talked to the thing, and that way I know that at least next day I'm gonna get the actual wizard talking to me, which thank goodness for that. Also was a bit annoyed that I didn't have enough money to get the backpack. That's gonna be an annoying thing that's gonna happen for a little while. Is just, why can't I get the backpack? Why can't I get the backpack? I'm gonna be trying to get the backpack pretty much as soon as I'm able to. As well as I did want to make sure that I checked out some of the buildings. I am gonna be working to make sure that I get the buildings as quickly as possible. But I do think that obviously that will take some time, and I'm not worried about that too much. I also have to say, I really like what they've done with the different locations throughout the world, especially like the different buildings. each one is slightly different, and it's honestly really cool to see that. Also, was really happy that this area was unlocked finally, because I really wanted to check out, especially the I knew that I wasn't gonna go into the actual mine today, but I wanted to talk to everyone, just make sure that I met them. Obviously I did go into the mine, but I didn't go too far. I did skip this cutscene because I've seen it before. I was pretty sure that there wasn't going to be any changes to it, especially since it looked pretty much the exact same as before. I think did I skip? Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Point is, I did go in, but I just did the first little area because I knew that, yeah, obviously, one, I don't have really enough space right now, but two, I knew I wasn't ready to actually head in there, at least not with what I have, and I'm not gonna go into the mine without having at least the first upgrade. I mean, because yeah. I didn't get rid of anything, which that was annoying. That's annoying to leave behind a geode, but I'm like, okay, I'll figure it out later. I am intrigued to see where I go, what other areas are left to explore, as I progress in the story, but we'll have to wait and see, obviously. Yeah, so I came up here, saw that that landslide is still there, which is obviously, like, why is that still there? Also that pole, which I don't know if I realized at the time, but I was like, oh yeah, that's the frickin' cable car. Wait, I actually planted a frickin' seed here. What the heck am I thinking? I don't know. I'm crazy, obviously. I guess I do have the one bean pole there, so I am gonna probably have to use that area for a little while anyways. But, I don't know. I think I actually I think I might have done something in the, like, I know I talked to everyone in this saloon, which that is incredible how much it does, because it's just like, you talk to each person and every single person gets a little boost of I guess somewhat happiness, some friendship, just because of the fact that you're talking to literally everybody. Looks like I forgot to talk to somebody there, which honestly that doesn't surprise me. It's fine. I always think it's funny because, like, some characters in the actual bar will just say the exact same thing over and over again, while others will actually give you some new information. I don't know. I thought it was really funny, like, just the way that it was. I did consider getting some of the recipes, but then I was like, wait a minute. I'm gonna need to have the ability to cook before I actually get recipes, so I'm gonna wait on getting any recipes except for the hardest one to get. I think for a little bit here I did decide then to clean up this area of the map as much as possible. Obviously you can't do much without getting an upgrade to the axe. I don't know if I realized. I don't think I actually did it in this. I think I did it in the other game, where I just was like, okay, I need to have my pickaxe and my frickin' actual axe right next to each other, because this is getting really ridiculous. Especially when I was doing the tractor stuff, because I actually did get to play. I did play around with the tractor a little bit. One thing that I do have to say is kind of interesting is that, from what I've seen, you can't actually use your axe to chop down trees, but I think you need, like, an upgrade in order to do so. Which, obviously, a bit annoying, but whatever. Obviously caught a few fish. before bed, which obviously catch some fish as much as you can, especially early on, because you need to level up as quickly as you can, and you want to make sure that you have some of each type of fish, so that when you actually do start making your fish ponds, which, spoiler alert, I'm going to make a lot of fish ponds, you want to make sure that you get them, get as many of them as you possibly can. Luckily, it's a lot easier from what I've seen in the actual game itself to catch all of the, or at least with the visual fish mod, to be able to actually make sure that you catch one of everything. Because obviously you can see what the different crops, or what each of the different fish are. Obviously I leveled up, which I was really glad for, because I was wanting my frickin' scarecrow, because I think, like, one of my crop fields actually got eaten. I don't know if it was this episode or it was the previous one. But also I learned how to make a furnace, which that's going to be extremely helpful moving forward. I don't know where exactly I'm going to put my furnace on the map, but I am going to be, or where exactly I'm going to be putting my whole crafting empire. Because yes, I do plan to make a crafting empire where I'm just gonna put like all of the crops and stuff all over the place. I think what I might do though is especially is get like a few processing machines and do something with that, but I'm not certain exactly what it was. I don't know how far I got into this cutscene, because I'm pretty sure I skipped it, because I was like, it's just the Junimo stuff, and this is actually the exact same stuff. Also, I do have to say, I'm kind of surprised that he has the Junimo chest, because that is actually something that, I haven't even gotten that in my normal playthrough yet, which is just like, that's just sad. That's, from what I've seen, it's so useful, and you just can't touch it, which I don't know. That's annoying. Obviously checked out had this cutscene, which was brand new, which is really cool. I honestly can't wait to learn all of the new magics that are in Stardew Valley Expanded. From what it sounds like, there is actually some more magic than there was in the, from what I've read. I haven't done much though. There is more magic in Stardew Valley Expanded than there is in the actual game. I am hoping to, I'm thinking if I might do something with, I think there's like something called a magic mod that still has something to do with the wizard. I don't know exact details, but I'm gonna look into it a little bit, see kind of what I want, if I actually want to get that mod, because from what I've understood, it absolutely will be useful, but at the same time it's like, meh, I don't know, we'll see. Also, I think it's funny that you can actually come here this early, because this area is not, some of the stuff that's in here is actually pretty freaking important later on. But you can only access it one of two ways. You can either access it by going to the witch's hut, or by befriending the wizard. So, yeah. I don't know. I thought that was funny. And you can obviously access that right away in this game. Obviously, I got a little cutscene with Andy, which I think is honestly kind of surprising. I think a good majority of the characters probably have like at least some friendship event with me at this point. I don't think I even looked at the friendship hearts with all of the different characters that were at least in that one area in the pub, because, or whatever it's called, in the bar, because I wasn't expecting to get friendship literally so fast that I'd get a freaking cutscene right away. I got another one here. Met Sophie. I think I did actually meet Sophia some other time before. But I think I met her in the last episode. I'm kind of thinking that she might be the character that I'm gonna romance later down the line, but I'm not 100% certain just because of the fact that she does seem like an interesting character. Also, the fact that you can, I'm gonna probably be spending a lot of time here just trying to get the sprinklers as quickly as possible, because I know for a fact that I'm gonna want all of the sprinklers. I think I checked also, yeah. Obviously, sprinklers are expensive. Like, just getting the quality sprinklers is so much money. I think it shows what it was, but it's just like, yeah, no. Obviously, it's too much for me right now, and I'll probably get it pretty quickly, but I think I need the bag upgrade first. Will probably be my next step. I think, yeah, I bought a few more parsnips, a few more cauliflower seeds, and I was like, okay, I'm done for today. I think I did go back at this point to plant my crops and also start using the frickin' quality sprinkler, and I think I also set up my first scarecrow, because obviously there's the quest here, which is important. I think I built 2. Yeah, and also obviously I made sure to get the supplies. I think I also realized, you know what, I need to make sure that I get certain crops. I decided to water the most important areas first. Obviously the beans, because beans are important for me. But yeah, it's whatever. I'll do some more stuff. I think I did actually, yeah. I made sure that there was enough space for the crops that still needed to be grown. If I had a spot that I was able to place a sprinkler that made sense, I was gonna leave that. But I didn't do much with that. Yep, and I did make 2 scarecrows, one for each of the farm, one for each area, which, I mean, does that surprise you in the slightest? And then I think I might have done some, I don't even remember what I did. I did one other thing, but I think it was, yeah, I got some potato seeds. And kale, apparently, and probably one of everything, or tried to, at least. Yeah, I got a few tulips, and looks like I did get everything, which I'm surprised about, considering the fact that I literally have 23 gold left. I think at this point my book had ended, or not my book, the chapter that I was reading, because I was obviously listening to a book. What you guys don't realize is that I listen to a book as I'm writing or as I'm recording this. Yeah, here's the stopping where I'm like, oh, yeah, I should probably make sure that the actual the actual video continues to go, or the chapter finishes before I conclude this actual episode, because there wasn't much left of the book, or of the chapter. So I made sure to read as much, to listen to as much as I could before the actual video ended. And planted all of my crops. Whoop-de-doo. No big deal, obviously. And of course I ran out of water. I do believe that the book the actual full chapter ended right about here. I don't know exactly where it was, but it was not very far into it. And I was just like, okay, I'll finish the day and then we'll wrap up for today. Which obviously there wasn't too much left. I guess I'm surprised though that I didn't water those beans. I think did I? Maybe? Hopefully? That's annoying. That's really freaking annoying that I didn't, if I didn't. But yeah, it looks like I didn't for some freaking reason. Even though, like, I'm pointing to it. I am literally pointing to I was literally pointing to it for a good second there, and I just didn't notice that it's still unwatered. And I know that every single one of you is probably yelling at this point, water your crops, water your crops. But yeah, anyways, that was the end of the day. Obviously, I did some pretty good progress. in this episode. But anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!